Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited because I finally finished my most recent Christmas journal. I've been talking about this over the past few videos, just kind of working on the cover and how I've been working on the inside and that kind of thing. And it's finally finished. So this is going to be available in my shop right now. And it's more of a, it's less of a decorated journal. I wanted to kind of keep the price point a little low. Plus give people the opportunity to kind of use their own supplies too. I know we all collect a ton of Christmas supplies during the holiday that we don't always get to use. And so this is the perfect journal, I think, to use those kinds of things because it's a little bit bigger and kind of there's a little more surface area to put things. The journal measures about 8 by 8 3/4 inches. And it is a ring bound journal. And this was really fun to do. I always wanted to try this. I had seen somebody online do a ring journal with a book cover, and instead of having the cover separated on the rings, they actually kept the spine together and then attached the rings from the back. And I never thought about doing something like that, but I kind of like the look of it. It gives it a little more of a cleaner look, and you kind of get that the cover closes really nicely, but then the inside pages you can remove, add things. And then the other thing I wanted to show you about this journal that I really liked, I had made this from a Simple Stories snap journal, which comes with the photo sleeves. And I thought I would just go ahead and leave the photo sleeves in the journal. And I have those included in the end here. And you can easily take them out of the rings and kind of move them throughout the journal. And I'll kind of show you some ideas in a minute, but I just kind of wanted to show you that too. So a lot of times people maybe don't want to glue down a photo in their junk journal or scrapbook, Christmas scrapbook. And this is a great way, kind of an old school way. You just kind of slide them in the sleeves, or you can do a December daily with it. And you can add more sleeves too. These are the Simple Stories photo sleeves. So I think they're all kind of interchangeable. So you can always get more and add them to the book. But let me go ahead and start from the beginning and I'll kind of show you what's all involved. So this is the cover. It's a kind of a chipboard cover. I embellished it with some October afternoon paper on the front and back. And then I just decorated the spine with some candy cane patterned fabric, and then just kind of embellished with some burlap trim and a little bit of gingham ribbon to kind of coordinate with the paper. And then the rings are just red painted metal rings, and there's 2 of them here to kind of hold everything in place. And then let me go ahead and open it up. The inside has a little bit of decoration too with the burlap and the ribbon. And then I did the inside has a different color paper. It's just the polka dot. And then I added a little homemade library card pocket with a little card in it. And this is just, I have a lot of October afternoon supplies in here, as well as some papers from, I think, Simple Stories and Fancy Pants. And then I've also included a couple little packs of some little embellishments too that I'll show you in a second that you can kind of add around to the book. And there's also some vintage supplies too, and I'll let you know which ones those are. So this is the first just kind of a scrapbook page. I just have a little doily here. If you want to decorate this page, you can, or do some journaling, and you can cover it up with a doily if you want, put a photo. Another thing that's a great idea, I included these larger scrapbook paper pages. This is where you could add your photo sleeve page and kind of have it in here and have it against the paper, just to have kind of a backdrop for your photo. So that's one idea. I've got some book pages in here, some other kind of lined pages for journaling, and then just some other little vintage ephemera. This is a vintage bingo card. And then I included this is something I made in a vellum envelope that's heat embossed, and I have a few little kind of some vintage supplies in here. You can kind of add in a little recipe card and another little vintage recipe. And then I have some ads in here too from some various Christmas magazines. So I have, I like to collect magazines from the 60s and 70s. So those are included. And then what else I do a little bit of 80s too, but mostly 60s and 70s. There's some more journal paper. Let me put some more ephemera in here in this little bag. And this is from an old cookbook, recipe book. So, vintage flash card. This is a October afternoon little card that you can use for journaling. It has a Christmas card list, and on the back I covered it with some vintage Christmas wrap. I thought that kind of looked like a good combination. And some of the pages in here, they don't necessarily say Christmas, but they have Christmas colors on them, and they're vintage, so it's kind of fun to have the vintage items in the color scheme of Christmas. So I added those for some fun. Book pages, ledger paper, and then, oh, this is another little bonus I included. This is a vintage cookbook booklet, advertising booklet, and these are really fun. I collect these, and I thought it'd be fun to include it as a main kind of page in here, and you can flip through it and get some ideas for recipes for Christmas, making cookies. It's got a great cover on it too, so it's just nice colors and everything, so I thought that would be fun to add. And then just some more. This is a printable I got online. It's a 1958 calendar, just some things to do during each day of the Christmas season. And this is craft ideas from an old magazine. Another doily, a vintage flash card. And this is some of the fun paper from, I think this is from Simple Stories, I believe, Cookies for Kringle. I like this, the plates and the pictures and everything. I thought that was fun. I have a couple of vintage greeting cards in here too, and this one I love. I love the candy canes, and it's blank inside except for the sentiment. It's not signed or anything, and it's nice because it's one of those unfolding ones. So you could write a ton of journaling in here, tons of Christmas memories, or you could seal it shut and make it into a couple of little pockets. Just seal one end and make a pocket. So there's lots you can do with those. Just some other little pages here from old books. This is a vintage ad from, it's either Sears or Montgomery Ward. I can't remember which, but it's from I think this is from the 60s. So it's just kind of fun. I like to put, like, again, it's not really Christmassy, but it's a fireplace and it kind of has a winter feel. So I thought that kind of fit with the mood of the journal. This is a vintage placemat. I kind of trimmed it down a little bit, and I just love the season's greetings and the poinsettias and everything. There's another recipe card. Just some other fun little cards and journal pages. And that's the end here. And here's all the photo sleeves. So there's different sizes for your different sized photos. And then on this last page, I have one of these really fun greeting cards. They're the trifold kind, and you can do journaling on this side, and then it's just got a fun greeting on the inside there. And then the back is just, again, kind of a plain, like a wood grain look to the paper, and then just decorated again with the same thing that I had in the front. So this is about, I think, about 72 pages both sides. I'm not counting the real little pieces in here. So there's lots of different size elements. But again, the great thing about it is it's a ring journal, and you can add to it. You can take things out, rearrange them, do what you want, and kind of make it your own. So this is going to be available in my Etsy shop today. Just a couple other reminders for my Christmas shop. I have a couple other types of journals. If you're interested in kind of a more decorated journal, I have this hardcover one too. This was really fun. It's a blue, kind of a blue themed Christmas, and this has a ton of sewn in signatures, 4 signatures, lots of elements, pockets, things like that. There's a video on my YouTube channel, you can get the link from my Etsy shop too if you wanted to see kind of more of the inside of this one. I also have these two that I created from recipe ad booklets that those old timey ones you get from the grocery store, or your grandma used to get from the grocery store. I made a couple of just single signature journals from those, using those as a cover. So these are kind of fun too. They just got a lot of colorful pages inside, and lots you can do with this, lots of journaling you can add to it and everything. So again, something else fun to take a look at. And if you're looking for, maybe you have a journal already, or if you get this plain journal that doesn't have a lot in it, I also have a couple of ephemera packs that I just put together too, with some of my Christmas extras from my studio. These are all, it's pretty much all vintage except for a couple things. I just kind of tried to color coordinate for Christmas, but this is a big pack, over 20 plus items, lots of green and red, old ads, vintage doilies, coasters. I made a couple more of the library card pockets with some October afternoon ephemera on it. So these are kind of fun too. And there's two of them, and they're both a little bit different as far as the ads and things are concerned. Some of the stuff is the same in the package. So if you're looking for just ephemera and things like that for the holidays, I have these too. So if you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, you can head over to my shop. I have a link down below, and you can take a look at all the fun Christmas items, including my new ring journal that I have available. Thanks again, and I'll see you in my next video.